Welcome to Chapter 11, where it's all about Rizal's experiences in Hong Kong and Macau in 1888.
Okay, so hi there. Good day, everyone. Now, today we will be tackling about a new topic together with my group members. But first, I will be opening the topic, just a little bit of history about Rizal's life. Now, first, we will be talking about what happened in Hong Kong and Macau in the year 1888. So, here's how it started. In February 1888, Jose Rizal was compelled to leave the Philippines for the second time due to increasing hostility from powerful Spanish authorities and friars. Unlike his first departure in 1882, which was motivated by youthful idealism and a desire for education, this second exile reflected a more pitiful and forced separation from his homeland. At this point, Rizal was no longer a student but a fully developed intellectual, 27 years old, a licensed physician, and a respected man of letters whose writings had begun to challenge the foundations of Spanish colonial rule. Now, during his first journey abroad, Rizal was a hopeful young reformist who believed deeply in the power of education and literature to peacefully liberate the people. However, by 1888, circumstances had changed drastically. His experience of injustice, discrimination, and political repression, particularly the persecution of his family in Calamba, it had transformed Rizal into a delusioned reformer. Though he still believed in peaceful reform, he now carried emotional wounds brought about by betrayal, oppression, and human cruelty. This shift marked an important stage in his intellectual and emotional development. Now, let's move on to the trip to Hong Kong. So, after spending 6 months in Calamba, Rizal departed Manila for Hong Kong on February 3, 1888, aboard the Spanish steamer Zafiro. His departure was marked by deep sadness and physical weakness. During the voyage across the turbulent China Sea, Rizal suffered from illness and emotional distress, symbolizing his internal struggle, and he once again left his country under pressure rather than choice. The ship made a brief stopover at Amoy, Xiamen on February 7, 1888. Rizal chose not to disembark for 3 main reasons. First, he was physically unwell and lacked the strength to go ashore. Second, heavy rainfall made travel uncomfortable and impractical. Third, he had heard unfavorable reports about the city's cleanliness, which discouraged him further. Now, this decision illustrates Rizal's fragile condition at the time and his growing weariness from constant displacement. Now, upon his arrival in Hong Kong, Rizal entered a city that offered relative freedom compared to the Philippines. Under British rule, Hong Kong provided him with safety from Spanish persecution, allowing him to continue his intellectual and reformist activities. Although this arrival marked a temporary refuge, it also represented a turning point. Rizal was now a seasoned reformer shaped by suffering, no longer guided by solely idealism, but by lived experience and political awareness. The last and definitely not the least is the historical significance. So Rizal's stay in Hong Kong and Macau is significant because it reflects his transformation from a romantic idealist into a realist reformer. So his forced exile deepened his understanding of colonial oppression and strengthened his resolve to continue advocating for justice with greater caution and maturity. Now, this period laid the groundwork for his later political and literary contributions, which would eventually influence the Philippine nationalist movement. Okay, so to tackle more deeply about this topic, I may now pass the virtual floor, and the virtual screen to my next member.
During his stay in Hong Kong, a British colony, Rizal wrote a letter of Bloomington, dated on February 16, 1888, expressing his bitterness. This letter runs as follows: "At last I can write freely. At last I can express my thoughts without fear of censorship from the chief. They forced me to leave my country. Half sick, I left the house. Oh dear Bloomington, you have no idea of my minor odyssey. Without the aid of my friend Lieutenant Travel de Andrade, what would become of me? Without the sympathies of the Governor General, the directors of the civil administrations, and civil government, I would now be in some dungeon." All the provincials and the Archbishop went daily to the Governor General to complain against me. The syndic of the Dominicans wrote a denunciation to the alcalde that at night they saw me hold secret meetings with men and women on top of a hill. It is true. I went walking at dawn to a hill accompanied by many men, women, and children for the purpose of enjoying the coolness of the morning, but always escorted by the lieutenant of the Guardia Civil, which knows Tagalog, who is the conspirator of a secret session that will hold them in the open air among women and children. I allowed the accusation to reach the Governor General so he could see what kind of enemies I have. My countrymen offered me money to leave the islands. They asked me to do so, not only for my own interest, but also theirs, because I have many friends and acquaintances whom they would have deported with me to Balabag or the Marianas Islands. Thus, half sick, I bade a hasty farewell to my family. I am returning to Europe by way of Japan and the United States. We should see each other again. I have so much to tell you. The letter emphasizes Rizal's lack of freedom under Spanish rule, as he was forced to leave the Philippines due to false accusations and constant persecution by colonial authorities and friars. It reveals the injustice and abuse of power during that time, showing how even peaceful actions were seen as threats. At the same time, the letter reflects Rizal's love for his country and his willingness to sacrifice his own safety to protect his fellow Filipinos.
Hi everyone, so today I'm going to talk about Dr. Jose Rizal's stay in Hong Kong. So this part of his journeys is interesting because it shows how he was welcomed by fellow Filipinos abroad. But at the same time, he was still being watched by the Spanish authorities. So Rizal arrived in Hong Kong on February 8, 1888 and stayed at the Victoria Hotel. He was warmly welcomed by Filipino residents and including Jose Maria Basa and Balbino Mauricio and Manuel and the son of Francisco Iarte, former alcalde mayor of Laguna. However, a Spaniard named Jose Saint de Veranda, who used to be a secretary of Governor General Terrero, shadowed Rizal's movements, and he was believed to be spy on Rizal for the Spanish authorities. In a letter to Ferdinand Blumentritt, So Rizal described Hong Kong as a small but very clean city. So this shows that he was observant and appreciated the cleanliness and order of the city.
Good day everyone, and I am Beatrice Espinosa, and today I am assigned to Dr. Rizal's visit to Macao. Okay, so let's start. So on February 18, Dr. Rizal and Basa boarded the ferry steamer Kiokam, departing for Macau. During the trip, Rizal was surprised to encounter Saint Diveranza, a familiar figure among the passengers. So Dr. Rizal's initial observations of Macau, recorded in his diary, were somewhat somber. So he describes the city as, for the appearance, small, low, and gloomy. And for the atmosphere, it looks sad and almost dead. Okay, he noted many traditional junks and sampans, but very few modern steamers. During their stay, Rizal and Basa were guests at the home of Don Juan Francisco Licaros. So Licaros was a healthy Filipino gentleman married to a Portuguese lady who spent his time cultivating plants and flowers originally from the Philippines. So during his 2-day sojourn, Dr. Rizal visited several cultural and religious landmarks. So for the religious and cultural sites, it is the cathedral, various churches, pagodas, a theater, and a casino. So nature and leisure, so the botanical garden, local bazaars, and the famous grotto of Camoens, dedicated to Portugal's national poet. So for the cultural observations, so on the evening of February 19, he witnessed a Catholic procession. So he noted that the devotees wore blue and purple dresses and carried lighted candles. On February 20, Rizal and Basa concluded their visit and returned to Hong Kong, again traveling on the ferry steamer Kiokam. Okay, so that's it for Jose Rizal's visit to Macau. So now let's move on to the next reporter. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. In this part of the presentation, I will be sharing Rizal's experiences in Hong Kong during his 2-week visit, where he studied Chinese life, language, drama, and costumes. He wrote down his observation in his personal diary. First, Rizal witnessed the noisy celebration of a Chinese New Year, which lasted from February 11, Saturday, to February 13, Monday. The celebration was full of continuous explosions of firecrackers. Rizal noted that the wealthier the Chinese, the more firecrackers they exploded. And he even fired many firecrackers himself from the window of his hotel. Second, Rizal attended a boisterous Chinese theater which had a noisy audience and even noisier music. While watching, he carefully observed the symbolic actions used in Chinese drama. A man astride a stick meant he was riding a horse. An actor raising his leg meant he was entering a house. A red dress indicated a wedding. A girl about to be married would coolly cover his face with a fan even in the presence of her fiancé. A man raising a whip signified he was about to ride a horse. This experience shows how Rizal was very curious and observant, carefully recording the costumes and culture of a people he met in Hong Kong.
Now, let's continue the experiences of Dr. Rizal in Hong Kong. So first, we have the marathon banquet, where here, when Rizal in Hong Kong, yes, of course, one thing that really caught his attention was how people celebrated with food. Really? Yes, because he wrote about the marathon banquet, where here which means that a very long meal with so many dishes. Yes, where there were shrimp. What else? I think century eggs maybe, or roasted pig. Yes, and also bird nest were here, and many more according to Rizal. Where for Rizal, yes, this was surprising because here the meal seemed endless. And he realized after that staying in Hong Kong, his experiences in Hong Kong, that there in Hong Kong food was show wealth and social status. So sad, right? Where as a Filipino, he couldn't help but compare these to the simple food back home. So where, according to her, where many Filipinos could barely eat enough. Yes, it's true. Where these experiences made him think deeper. Yes. And about the inequality and society. And also next we have another experiences. We have the Dominican order. So during these experiences about results, of course, experiences in Hong Kong, here Rizal also observed that the religious groups here were in Hong Kong, especially the Dominican order, where here about this experience you learned that they were extremely rich. How? Of course, they owned hundreds of houses and also had a lot of money, were kept in foreign banks, right? Very rich, where this money continued to grow because of interest. Where for Rizal, of course, this was shocking. Why? Because religious group were supposed to help people, not to focus on wealth. Yes, it is true, but sad to say, it's not. So where these experiences of results, of course, strengthened his belief that some religious orders, of course, cared more about power, about their money, than service. Where through the experience of Rizal, it helped shape his criticism of friars in the Philippines. Yeah, so sad, but it's okay. So now let's proceed to the last. Of course, we have these cemeteries. We're here, even in cemeteries, according to Rizal, he noticed big differences. How? So he visited cemeteries for Protestants, Catholics, and Muslims, right? Where here, the Catholic cemetery was very grand, according to him, with expensive and decorated tombs. But here, on the other hand, the Muslim cemetery was very simple, according to him, with plain graves and Arabic writings. So here, also, Rizal saw that even in death, people were treated differently based on religion and wealth. So sad, right? So here, based on this experience, of course, the last one, it made him reflect the true dignity does not come from how fancy things are, but from one's value, which is true. So based on the experiences of Rizal, for me, when I read, of course, this book or this page, for me, I realized that Rizal did not just travel to see places. He traveled because he wants to understand people. Yes, how? Because even simple things like food, money, and cemeteries taught him lessons about society. So we've learned a lot about the experiences of Rizal in Hong Kong, right? So now let's proceed to the next topic. And so let's welcome my group member to discuss her part rather. So thank you so much for listening.
On February 22, 1888, Dr. Rizal departed from Hong Kong abroad oceanic, an American swimmer with Japan as his destination. Although Rizal did not enjoy the meal served on the ship, he appreciated its cleanliness and efficient management. His cabin mate was a British Protestant missionary who had lived in China for 27 years and was fluent in the Chinese language. Rizal described him as a good man, showing his respect for people of different cultures and beliefs. During the journey, Rizal also interacted with other passengers, including 2 Portuguese, 2 Chinese, several British, and an American woman missionary, conversing with them in their own languages. This experience highlights Rizal's intelligence, openness, and ability to connect with people from different nations.
Now, we are done talking the chapter 11, which focus on Rizal experiences in Hong Kong and Macau in 1888. Now let me introduce the members of this presentation. First, we have Miss Sarah Marie Igot, Miss Anfil Yu Ipil, Miss Drinky Marie Pino, Miss Nicole Arang, Miss Via Grace Espinosa, Miss Lorraine Tolior Diaz, and last we have Miss Jeneline Rose Tribune. Thank you for watching.